Well, Jeff, bowling first. How do you feel about that here today?
Oh yeah, not too disappointed. Pretty flat deck, so I'm pretty happy chasing.
Very good. What do you think the target score is here?
Oh, par, I reckon, be 170. Ground like this.
170. Well, they got 135 yesterday, so you'd be hoping they maybe don't get as much.
Yeah, no, anything under 170 I think is gettable here, so I'm happy with that.
All the best, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, yep.
Well, winning the toss, electing to bat. Most teams, it's about a 90% win rate when that happens here.
Yeah, mate, it's always pretty tricky to bat second, especially in these twilight games. So, I mean, the deck looks pretty good, and backing our boys just to get the job done today. So, we're pretty excited. We
got a fair bit of rain yesterday, a bit of moisture in the air. Do you think it's going to affect how the ball plays?
Mate, I don't think so. With these pink balls, they stay pretty. They might move a little bit early, but they stay pretty straight the majority of the time. So, no, just looking getting out there, having a bat, and see how the boys go. Looking forward to it.
What's your pass score?
My pass score, mate, I think on this ground, I reckon 150 is pretty good. I mean, the outfield's pretty slow. I think if we bat well, then hopefully the outfield won't play too much of a part. We'll be going aerial, but yeah, I think probably 150 is the pass score on this ground.
Nice one over the fence it is then.
That's it.
Very good, thanks for that.
All right, thanks a lot, cheers.
Well, welcome everybody to the Big Summer Bash Volume 4 here live at Number 1 Sports Ground. It's a cloudy day here. Both for good cricket and with me in the commentary box from Limitless. Greg Burgess, how are you, Greg? Former university player, former English county player, I believe. Or there and thereabouts.
Thereabouts.
Played in England. You played in England in a county. How are you, Greg? We went out there earlier on, and it was the City Sabres. They won the toss. They elected to bat through the captain, Jack Downing, and the Stockton Raymond Terrace side, the Seagulls, as they're known in this T20 competition. They will be fielding, and they think par's about 170. What do you think out there? You inspected the pitch.
Well, going on yesterday's game, I think 170 would be a winning score, definitely. But I think if these guys can look to push anywhere over 100, they'll be doing well.
Well, Kai Appleby, he will be facing the first ball out there here today. The umpires signalling to the scorers. And James Beattie will be opening the bowling. What do you think par score is out there, Greg?
Well, I can only go on yesterday, and with the weather we've had, I would think 150 would be a good total to target for these guys. It's going to be a little bit in it early, but if they get through this new ball with no wickets, they can build something.
Well, the outfield we saw yesterday was a very slow one. With all the rain we had over the night, I can't imagine it's got any better here for this summer bash. Of course, brought to you by the NCC. Here's Beattie with the first ball. As Kai Appleby limbers up the striker's end. And we're off as he leaves that one. Interesting enough, they're opening with the slow bowling here, Greg.
Yes, very interesting.
We saw both sides warm up. The City side looked in pretty good touch, sitting third on the ladder at the moment. The Seagulls at the moment, they're seagulling around down the bottom, looking to pick up some scraps, looking to pick up some hot chips, getting through the overs, though. It's in the air and just backward of points. And they get away for their first runs here today in the Summer Bash. Of course, brought to you by the NCC and our partner here today, Instant Access, providing us with all the infrastructure to bring all the pictures on Bar TV Sports all around the world. And Downing now the captain, he happy to block it back. Off to a slow start here, Greg.
Yeah, they're just happy to have a look at the moment. But the boys from Stocko just need to try and pick up some early wickets and get a bit of momentum.
Oh, that's a big swing. That's a good line and just moved away at the last minute there on the captain, Downing. That was on the full toss. Is it going to go all the way? No, it's going to slow up, is it? And he does well on the boundary to bat that back in. They're going to go back for the third. We saw a couple of very good run-outs on the highlight reel on Bar TV Sports from yesterday, but that one was safe. And that will be over.
A very tentative start there by the City boys. I thought they could probably open up the shoulders on those last few balls there, but the captain deciding to take an easy look at the young fella opening the bowling.
4 runs from the over. We saw yesterday they started off at a rapid fire rate, both sides getting up around that 10 and over for the first, I guess, 5 or so overs, and then everything fell to pieces, Greg.
Yeah, well, I can understand taking a look at a few balls, but it's 2020.
So Lucas Sargent now taking the ball. And Jeff Gannon, a very astute captain. And I think this Stockton side, or the Seagulls side as they're known here in the Summer Bash, they'll appreciate the shorter format of the game with a young side.
Yes, and I think this is a good look here. The left-hander here, I think he will get something out of this wicket. There is a bit of moisture underneath the surface, so if anyone's going to extract it, it's this young bloke here.
Well, they've got the fine leg and the third man as their fielders outside the circle. The ring formation is there, and we'll see Sargent. We know he's got a bit of zip. He's a tall, lanky, good action.
He needs to rip in here.
Bit of chin music. Oh, he's hit that, but that is going, and it is gone all the way up the hill. And it may even stop at the canteen and get itself a little pie there, Greg.
No, he's dug it in too short there, and the skipper's just helped it on its way. It is a short boundary there, but I don't think it would have mattered. It did land halfway up into the ladies.
And there she goes, little girl in pink picking up the pink ball. As we see the replay there, and yeah, landed halfway up that hill, Greg.
Yeah,
and
he's just picked it off nicely off the hip.
Well, he's in very good form at the moment, Jack Downing, for the City side. Scoring plenty of runs, leading his side to third on the ladder at the moment. That's a better fuller ball, but he gets a hold of that one as well. It's going to the long boundary. It won't quite make it, though.
It's pulled up, and they'll come back for 3.
Yeah, they still got the 3 runs.
This is much better here. We're pushing along a bit quicker rate. The boys have had a look at the wicket, and now they're willing to chance their arm a little bit.
With the 6 before, Greg, we said before, it's hard on the top, but it's a little soft on the bottom. Just sort of held up, didn't it, off the bounce? So they're going to have to pitch the ball up here, the Stockton side.
Yeah, and there is a bit of moisture in the air, a bit of cloud over above, so I think he needs to pitch it up and see if he can get a bit of movement.
Speaking of Jeff Gannon, before the match, he was saying that the pink ball has a bit of swing early on, but it loses it and hardens up, and those last overs when you really go for it. That one blocked away, great fielding there, and restricting them to no runs.
Yeah, and also had a little chat with the local English import, and he said it will flatten out after the first half hour. So it really is key here that the Gulls get off to a good start and pick up some early wickets.
That one's a good ball. It's in the air, but it's going to fall safe. They'll come through for the single, and Jeff Gannon.
And that just shows that little bit of stickiness in the wicket there, Gareth. Ball held up a little bit.
Just mistimed the shot there, didn't he? He looked to
may have rolled
drive
the fingers.
it over the
I think
top,
he may
maybe.
have rolled the fingers across the seam there, held it up a little. But safe.
Safe all day. Here comes Sargent again. This one, the bat swung at it. It's in the air. There's 3 fielders going for it. Oh, it's taken. Lovely catch there out in the deep. And that will spell the end of the captain, Downing. And it was Melmoth who took it.
So a little bit of a pitch that ball up like we were just talking about.
Osmond, sorry. In the 18. And so Jack Downing, he made his intent clear, didn't he? He wasn't going to hang around for a long time.
No, he had a look and he decided when it was up, But I think the bowler's done well there. He's changed his liner there a little bit and pitched it up a bit. And I think it is holding up in that wicket. So these boys got to really hit through the ball.
As we see the replay there, he knew he was coming with 3 players going for it. And in the end, Osmond came around and made a pretty good effort of it, really.
Yeah, he's come in well there. He's called the other two boys off, and he's made some ground. So he's taken a pretty good catch there in the end.
It was almost a Bermuda Triangle. Someone wasn't coming out of there. But they held up, and it was a very good catch to get the first wicket. 1 for 14. Here comes Sargent again. This one driven along the ground. That's a lovely looking shot.
Beautiful cover drive for 2.
There was Appleby. And the new man in is Dylan Hunter for the City side.
Off to a good start.
It was Appleby that hit that one because they crossed the runners.
Well, he needs to start better.
So 1 for 15 off 2, run rate 7.5. This match brought to you by Newcastle City Council, doing great things, especially up the centre of town. All the infrastructure,
Mate, I hear
everything happening.
They've just closed off a few more roads down Nunn Street today, so it's going to make that a little bit more trickier to get to the beach or to work.
Yeah, but think of the benefits, Greg.
It's all good. Especially for these boys at Stocko, they don't care.
Oh, as long as they've got the ferry, mate, and they can get to the brewery on a Friday night and get the ferry home at 12. Infrastructure, who needs it? Reaches out there.
That's a good start by that young fella.
Yeah, Dylan Hunter on strike there. Reaching for that one, driving it back to the bowler, and good fielding there. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? James Beattie. Of course, Greg Burgess with us in the commentary box, former university player, former Carrington Pirate, captain, president. Oh, that one cut back to point and well placed again.
He's doing a real good job up this end, stemming the run flow.
That one a bit shorter. It's hit back hard. Did it hit the bat there? Oh, that's good fielding. The Stockton side, they're here to play here today.
Yeah, young Beattie's doing a real good job here.
He looks athletic. It's off the back foot that time, driven out.
Yeah, and that's only 2. It's really slow out there, so I'm starting to think that 170 was real
optimistic.
Optimistic. I'm still thinking 150 from the Blue City boys is even optimistic.
Yeah.
I think with that big boundary out there and this slow wicket and slow outfield, I really do think
120.
Mate, that's winning score there, I think.
It's a 30-run outfield, is it? It's a big call by Greg Burgess. Of course, we make the big calls here for Bar TV Sports. Of course, if you do enjoy the coverage, like us on Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channel, of course, our website, bartvsports.com.au, and that's a good piece of fielding as they go through for the single. He gets through his overs quite quickly as well, doesn't he, Beattie?
Yep, and sometimes they can play on you. You don't realise until the 3rd or 4th ball that you haven't scored any runs, and they can play on your mind in T20. It doesn't take long to bog down.
It creeps up on you, doesn't it? Cross bat shot and coming across, saving the single. Oh no, they're going to go for it. This is going to be very close.
Oh.
Bouncing over the bails. Confusion there. The runners didn't know what was happening. There was calls of yeses and nos and maybes, and you've just got to run sometimes, don't you? I know at the Carrington Pirates we just used to run a ball, run off everything. Oh, that's going to be caught a wide. He'll get to bowl that one again. Not getting it right that time. He's got it right so far. Most deliveries here. Got hit for that 6.
Yeah, and then he picked up the wicket. So I think he needs to get back to that wicket ball he had. Push it up a bit higher up outside the off stump and see what he can get out of this wicket.
And again, another cross bat shot Out there looking to find some space. This City side. As Kai Appleby gets another 2. So yeah, definitely looking to play for the field here, the batting side, aren't they? They're looking to head it over the top and try and get this Seagulls side guessing, move the field around.
The skipper's gone for the classic ring field.
They've dropped third man back. And that one is hit over the top and it's in the air. It's going to find the ground. It might even find the boundary. No, it's so inch perfect fielding there. Almost putting his foot on the boundary.
Yeah, he's opened his shoulders up and put that over the back of the point. Picked up 2. I think they've got to start moving it on now, the City boys. I think the Gulls are really fielding well and keeping the run rate down.
Oh, big swing and a miss. They've gone up and he has got another wicket in his second over. Sargent leading the attack.
Yeah, beautiful ball there. He's pitched it up and I think if we can have a look at this
We'll have a look soon, but have a look at the pats on the back.
Well, the boys needed early wickets. There's like the wicket will flatten out a little bit later on in the innings, so I think wickets are the key for these boys, and they're doing a great job.
So Kai Appleby going from the field.
It's the young English player out here for the season.
Ollie Robson, is it?
Well, he's come down in the wicket. He really wanted to push on there, and he's just got a feather on the inside. But it was a similar ball that got his first wicket, nice and full outside off. He's just played all over it.
That he has. And of course, if you do want to get involved in the coverage, throw a comment there on Facebook for us. And Corey Swain, a massive fan of Bar TV Sports, he'll be sitting home, he'll be trying to put some bets on this, I'd imagine. Score for 2 for 24 now. And here comes Sargent again. Oh, it's going to be called a wide. He just pulled his bat away at the last minute there.
Very nervous start. Probably should let that one go and have another look.
Good tats on the arms there from Sargent as well. You can see. Definite Stockton tattoos, those ones. That one right up in the block hole and it's blocked away. Good spell by Sargent here.
Yeah, beautiful.
Do they keep him going or do they save him for the
I'm not sure
closing overs?
Yeah, I'm not sure who else they've got or how they've used him in the past, but you know, he's definitely done his job for the team so far.
Well, I know as a captain, when you got me on for those leg spinners, you used to keep me bowling out.
Yeah, when you've got a good thing, you stick with it. You can only bowl 4 overs though, so we've got
the shoulders give away, mate. 2 for 25 the score after 4 overs. Run rate 6.9. They're going to have to lift that one. The City side. They're playing at home, but they're certainly looking like they're playing overseas at Stockton.
Yes, well, I guess the Stocko boys with that sea mist would be used to these conditions.
Yeah, it's very misty. A few of them. I heard it's Wednesday night, planning a big night over in the City as well. And that's another very good ball.
And he loves pushing through his overs here. Look, he's back, ready to go again.
He's like a hyena. That one in the air, straight to the field. Oh, he's dropped it.
Oh.
That is a chance gone begging. And Beattie will be filthy. No, he's not. He's just ready to bowl again.
He's moving on.
He's moved on. Like a thief in the night. Oh,
jeez.
He has
a beautiful
that one.
Yeah, I think he's just holding up in the wicket, which is causing a little bit of concern for the batsman.
If the Australian selectors are looking at this, look no further. This could be the future GOAT.
Mate. He's even come off the short run there. The 3 instead of the 6 pace.
Like
just to push it through a bit quicker.
Like the great Monkey Davis used to say, no point expending anything. Off the back foot this time, pushed backwards. It's going to go all the way, is it? No, it's going to be cut off with that slow outfield. Oh, it's going to be close. He's taken the bails off. He's appealed, but I think he was in.
He's gone the classic under 9s.
By some good
bail
distance.
Rip. Just drop on top.
That's how they teach him, isn't it? That's textbook wicket keeping. Keith Mooney. He's looked good behind the stumps, Mooney.
Yeah, I just think the skipper here can do something for the young bowler. Just give him a little bit more.
Put a bat pad in.
Mate, just give him something. He's doing everything. That's just easy singles there. But I'll take that at this stage.
Yeah, just buns that one down. And
another beautiful over there.
Yeah, it was a good over, and he's into his 3rd now. I think he's going to bowl his overs out. And it's a good ploy by Jeff Kinninan. The skipper.
We've got to change coming here from the eastern end.
Yeah, so they're going to take Sargent off. As we get our monitors, our camera guys, great work producing this from the Bar TV Sports crew. And we've got Melmoth coming on the pitch, ready to take the ball. The burly medium pacer loves the off cutter.
Yep,
it's his go-to ball.
He has, by all reports, he's got a good change of pace. Let's see how he goes on this wicket.
He's put that one short, and that one's whipped away. It's going to go all the way for 4.
A little loosener there. It's been picked off, and that's well-deserved runs they need in their
He's
total.
like a bearded Darren Goff, isn't he?
I was going to say the exact same thing. I was looking for who I thought. Yeah, that is him.
He's a bearded Darren Goff. Look at the run-up. It's exactly the same. You look at the replay, and that one just dabbed down to 3rd man.
I think after losing their 2 quick wickets, the City boys are looking just to build a partnership here and get their...
They need to get the run rate up.
They do, but partnerships are key here. They can chase down, they can put some runs on the board later on, but I think after losing the 2 quick wickets, they've kind of decided to settle in here. 2 new batsmen.
A couple of field changes here. They bring 3rd man up. Fine legs come up as well.
He does love the cut and pull, this young fella.
Turns out of his legs. Good fielding again.
I tell you what, it have surprised me, the Stocko boys. Their warm-up fielding, to say the least, wasn't the best. Is that a bit harsh?
No, they looked terrible in their warm-up, Greg. But they've certainly been foxing us, that's for sure.
Maybe.
As Melmoth comes in again. And this is going to be very close behind the stumps of that. It's going to be out. He's shaking his head. I thought he was caught at least half a metre short there, Greg.
Yes, no, it was a quick single. They've gone through, and the keeper didn't take it clean. He's gone for the under-9s tap on again, which I think he needs to look at. But all in all, that was good cricket. Well ran, well fielded.
As we look at the replay here, look at the big man getting across one-handed. That's beautiful.
I'll take that back.
He had his bat. He only just got his bat down. This one's in the air, and this one is going to go all the way. One bounce over the rope. So he's called the 6. We might get a replay on that. I don't know if they've got it right there, Greg.
No, it's right under me here. I think he might have just made it. If we get the replay, we'll have a look.
I reckon it's half a foot within the ropes. We might not get the replay as Melmoth's going through his overs as well. This one goes over the top. But at this time, fielder coming around. He looks in pretty good touch, doesn't he, Robson?
Yeah, he's hitting the ball, striking it nicely now. He's pushing on into the double figures himself, and he's really setting up a nice partnership here.
Did you see Osmond there?
I think they'd be happy with that after losing the 2 quick wickets, being 2 for 43 after 6. Looks like they've decided to give the young fellow a rest. He's had a great spell up there and very unlucky last over not to pick up a wicket. So we're going to change number 7.
2 for 43, and we've got Cody coming in.
Cody. Is that
He only goes by Cody.
like Madonna?
Yeah, like Madonna. I was going to say like Maradona.
Prince?
Yeah. Prince, Madonna, Juninho. He's the only Brazilian in Stockton. No, even Jeff Canninnan didn't know his last name. He's pulled him up through the ranks. And he's just known as Cody over in Stockton.
I think he said, mate, if you come, I'll promise to give you a bowl.
Just sits out off the break wall all day, serves. No one knows who he is. But here he is, Cody.
It's not a bad start. Try and cut it down to 1. That's well fielded.
Yeah, nice shot there by Hunter. But here's the man in form. Strike facing up now. The strike player, the English import, Ollie Robson. Playing in the 85 shirt. He's a tall, strong, very good hitter of the ball we've seen so far. Oh, that one's off the pads, and we'll get our first leg buys of the day.
That was one of your better shots back in the Pirate days.
Made a career off leg buys and catching.
Yes. Still holding the best catch of all time.
Yeah.
I do have some big news on the Pirates too, when we've got a bit of time to have a chat, maybe during the break.
Well, Paul Marjoriebanks is right behind us, and I'm sure he'll like to announce that the Carrington Pirates are coming back as he shakes his head. Push through for another single there. 2 for 46. Run rate picking up a little bit here with Ollie Robson at the crease. He's had a bit of a look at him now. Do you think he's going to go over the top here, Greg? There's
Well, if he puts it,
plenty of space out there.
If he puts it in his slot, I'm sure he will.
He's not a poker machine, and that's the slot.
He loves it there. And that's a short boundary, but
they've come across, and they're going to
around.
go for 2. Not really pressing for 3. They need to pick up the run rate there. That was typical English laziness, Greg.
It's been a big summer. He's back sore.
Well, he's looking better than the English top 5.
But he's still a chance of the one days and the 2020 series coming up.
We need to run harder than that as Cody comes in again. This time he drives it straight back of the bowler, and they'll get through for a single. As they move for 2 for 49. If you do want to get involved in the coverage, of course, it's brought to you by Newcastle City Council and Instant Access. That one in the air, but it's going to fall short. He hasn't really looked like he's got his eye in yet, Dylan Hunter. He's played a couple of decent shots, but he's been out there pretty much since the second over.
No, but he's playing his part in the team at the moment. The boys are, they're 7 and over after 7. If they keep going at this rate, they'll be, pushing 140. If these guys have wickets in hand, I think the skipper will get his 150 plus that he was after when we spoke to him at the toss. So he's just got to stick around there. If he's not hitting him in the middle, he needs to do his job and rotate the strike.
Well, Corey Swain, he's really getting involved in the coverage here. He wants to know who the Pony Boys tip for most runs. I'm tipping Jeff Canninnan for most runs here today. What about yourself?
Mate, I'm going to stick with the guy on strike at the moment, the English lad. I don't think unless he's an all-rounder and he's saving some energy for his bowling, I think he's going to start putting a few over the rope here.
Plenty of Tom Pugh fans out there as well. Scott Carney wants him on from both ends.
Well, we're not going to have any arguments here at the moment.
So here's Melmoth again, off the legs, over the top, and finding some space. Well, it's going to go all the way. It's a very short boundary out there, and they'll get the 4.
Yeah, he's lent that onto the leg side there, and he's just picked it off his pads. It's a lovely shot. Did it with ease. I think he's starting to look very comfortable out there, and this wicket will start playing a bit truer for the batsmen, so they can start looking to freeing their arms a little bit and really pushing this total well up to where they want it to be.
Here's Melmoth again. This time over the top, gets a bit of an edge, didn't really get the full bat on it. The third man will come around and it won't make the fence, and the outfield is terribly slow here today, Greg.
Yeah, very slow. Hence those figures are probably going to be lower than the expectations, but I think these boys are looking to go over, take the grass out of the equation.
This one driven down the ground. They're going for the quick single. Oh, the fielding there by Toswell, as the microphones pick up some colourful language from...
Wasn't happy, was he?
From over the ditch there.
He's maybe run all
Well,
that
Stockton,
way.
they do say Stockton is the France of Newcastle, so the Paris of Newcastle.
Yes, very colourful there. I think he was upset
Plenty
he had
of
to run
French.
around and pick up that.
Looking for the quick single, or not quite getting there. Moody that time. So Stockton, the concentration just going a little bit here, Greg. They started off with an absolute bang. They'll want another wicket pretty shortly, you'd imagine, because they don't want this partnership to build.
No, I think they're actually, the City boys are had a good fight back from their first couple of wickets off, and yeah, the Stocko boys better make sure this doesn't slip away from them.
Played off the back foot, nicely placed, and beat the fielder.
Yeah, that was straight out of the middle. Maybe he's just decided to, you know, have a few more looks, get himself in, rotate that strike, give it to the big fella.
Well, he's playing pretty well, isn't he, as an anchoring role here. Dylan Hunter, obviously looking to push the singles around, and he's doing it pretty well. As now Robson strikes, or faces up, sorry.
Looks like the boys from City have decided, you know, if we can get 5 or 6 and over off the next 5, where with wickets in hand, we can really push ahead and possibly get up to that 170 mark that the Stockton captain was happy to get.
Well, I think they're dreaming. It's probably 140, I think, if they can retain some wickets and really get this partnership firing to up around sort of 100, 120. Wickets in hand, anything's possible.
Yep. And the only way to stem it is wickets. The boys need to attack the stumps and try and get this next City wicket as quick as possible.
Of course, this is the Summer Bash, Volume 4, brought to you by Newcastle City Council. It's a celebration of cricket here in Newcastle at the moment. We've got some junior matches on Bar TV Sports tomorrow, as well as the third round of this Summer Bash, starting play at 5 o'clock.
Little leg spinner coming into the attack.
I hope he has plenty of loop in it.
Mate,
just puts it on the dime, same spot. That's a full toss. It's not exactly the start they wanted. It's going to beat the field and roll towards the fence. So Robson on strike now. He's going to probably look to take it to the bowler here. No, he's going to...
That's the better line and length, but Robson needs to be a little bit patient here. I'm sure he'll get a loose ball.
I love a leg spinner that walks backwards. Just proud of his work, and I tell you what.
Give me the ball. I want the ball back.
Xanadu. Good name for a leg spinner too. Big, long looping arm action, a reverse sweep. Wasn't really on.
Mate.
Just needs to concentrate on hitting the ball at the moment. Xanadu.
That was in his zone, straight back over him.
Just good trickery by the leggy.
He is.
He's like a magician out there at the moment.
I think it was the walk back that got him. The
Definitely
stair.
the walk back of the stair.
Oh,
this one a bit more flight. You're going to come back for two. There's confusion. Xanadu likes what he sees, clapping from behind the bails. Potentially, Xanadu has to be the best name I've come across in my 35 years of commentating. Here he comes again. Oh, that's on.
Oh, come on, young fella. Put that one over the fence.
But even when he's bowling full tosses, he's still got the batsman in two minds. Didn't get a hold of that.
It must have dipped.
Oh.
So he's ripping it. He's ripping it out of the fingers.
Look at him too. It's almost a one-step run-up. But he stemmed the run rate, dropping back now.
He's hit two full bungers in the over. They've respected him. I think he's, none for two.
How can you not respect?
I wonder what Jack's thinking at the moment. What do you think the skipper's thinking?
Jeff Kinnan.
No,
Jack,
the city skipper. Is he happy? I mean, we'd be happy with the rebuild, but I think he would like to see a little bit more push now. We're nearly moving into the halfway mark. There's 8 wickets in hand. We've just had 2 full bungers played along the ground.
Well, if they can get up to 80 after this over here into the 10th over.
Can we get a shot on Jack? I think
we need 15 runs off this over, I think, and that's a decent halfway score.
But you're right there, Gareth. It's only halfway.
Well, Cody's come on from the other side. I know when he surfs out off the break wall there at Stockton, he only likes going one way.
Yes, he is a natural footer.
So he's coming off the short end.
He's just.
And here he comes now.
Mate, I think we're going to get one here.
That one in the air.
There we go, and that'll be 4.
Yeah, we're going to get a 4. And we certainly did. Nice shot. That's right in his sweet spot there. Robson, the English import, of course. If you are tuning in from the Northern Hemisphere, let us know what you think and let us know a little bit more about this English import. Good striker of the ball and plays that one round the corner. Xanadu always going for the stumps.
Caddy's doing a good job here. He needs to push on here, try and pick up a wicket for the team.
Well, here he comes. Push that to the same spot again, and Xanadu forced to do plenty of work. Is this a ploy to tire him out for his next over?
Well, we'll have to wait and see if the big fella's going to mesmerise us with another over. But after that loose first ball, Cody stemmed it here. Beautiful.
Right up in the block
That's
hole.
the spot.
That's where he needs to put it. Right on the toes. And there's a buzz around the ground here. Of course, it is free entry to come here for the celebration of cricket over the next couple of weeks. And the crowd, it's up on yesterday's crowd. A little bit disappointed, though, that Paul Marjorie Banks isn't over in the canteen serving up some sausages. As I could do with a banger.
Yes, and talking of bangers, I believe Banger will be in town tomorrow.
Binger.
You call him what you want to. We all know what he is.
Of course, former teammate of yours, Greg. This one comes in over the top. Oh, that's a lovely paddle shot. Didn't see that one coming.
No.
He's only just got his eye in, and his eye's well and truly in now.
Yeah, a little scoop shot down the final leg, picking up the boundary, which is probably topped off a decent over there after picking up that first boundary in the first ball, and then
10 runs from the over.
Yeah, not a bad over.
That's a pretty good over for them, considering they've been tracking around just below 7 and over. So getting them to the halfway point.
Mate, and how good is Jack, the captain of the city? He wants 150, and he's
right
75 off 10.
He's on par at the halfway mark.
I think
Jack
he'd be more than happy with that. He
we
would
know
definitely
the
be
ground like the
looking
back
for
of
more.
his hand.
Yeah, he did say it would be a bit slow at the start, but they'll pick up as the game goes on. So we probably should see a little bit more acceleration from the boys in the next few overs.
Not with this man with ball in hand, Xanadu. Oh, look at that. Play.
They should push for 2 here. Come on, boys.
We're coming around again. Lawrence Kelly, good fielding out in the deep. And there he is on screen. Forced to do plenty of work out there. Xanadu comes in again. Oh.
That's a
Bit of a long
half tracker at best. And he really needs to put those balls away. I mean, Xanadu's really giving him a chance here to...
He's tempting him.
He's tempting him, but these boys really need to pick off his loose balls because he's giving a few and over.
I don't know if they can. I think they're...
I think Robson is really eyeing him up here. He's holding him up, letting the big fella take a few extra breaths.
Oh, another short tracker again. This
Out to
one
our
over the
man,
top,
number 8.
And he's dropped it. Lawrence Kelly. Xanadu. He's going to owe him a couple of beers or whatever his poison is.
Well, he's stuck with the half trackers, thinking they will pay off soon, and that should have been his first wicket of the day, but it was put down in the deep.
Look at him, he's filthy as well. This could be the wrong one. Played around the corner that time.
Robson needs to take this chance now. He's been given a life, and he really needs to knuckle down for his team.
I reckon Xanadu's got in his head.
Yes.
Playing mind games with him. This one's going to beat the outside edge. Straight to the fielder. Just as good as beating the outside edge.
Off the edge.
So one more ball. Last ball of Xanadu's over. That one hit along the ground.
And a mosey on through for another ambling single from the big fella.
Yeah, he's just happy, isn't he, just to get those runs, and this score getting closer and closer to that 100-run mark, and you expect that's probably when they're going to accelerate.
Yes, and I still reckon there's enough bad balls in that last over there they could have really capitalised on, but I mean, Cody's been bowling well. He'll look to put it up there in the block hole, but
he's into his third over now.
Robson just needs to keep hitting the ball when it's in his zone. If it's not in his zone, turn the strike over. We've got both batsmen hitting the ball reasonably well now. They just need
Dylan Hunter, he's been impressive, shown very good maturity. He's only quite young. Wait for a couple of corrections in the field. That one played deep in the air, just past Kinnin and the captain.
Oh.
They will only get the single though.
And the crowd's giving it to the young fella there. Good pick up. Bounce back from the drop catch. Oh no, that was the opposite team.
Well, they've had 2 drop catches here, the Stockton side, so they'll be ruining that. Should be 4 for 82.
Catches win matches, Gareth.
Don't I know it? Oh, he's put the bat on that, and it goes towards the boundary. One bounce over the line, and that's a very good shot by Hunter. Tom Pugh. There's calls for him to get the ball in his hand.
Another look at that. It's a Great shot over long off, one bounce over the fence. Same again along the ground, same area.
Good
Well
fielding
fielded.
by the Seagulls side.
There were a few Seagulls floating around before, but they've seemed to have disappeared.
Well, funnily enough, the Magpies played yesterday and there's plenty of Magpies on the ground. Oh, that's a big swing at that, and it's coming around. Fielder gets around, though. It was Osmond. Good throw. In the end, into Cody.
Robson must be pushing close to his 50, you would think.
Now, Dylan Hunter.
I think it's time to accelerate here. Plenty of wickets in hand. The boys need to start chasing, put a bit of pressure back on the bowlers.
Well, the run rate keeps creeping up. It's hit nicely down the ground that time. They'll go for the single, rotating the strike. And these two have done it pretty well since they've been together. It's a good partnership. You can hear out there the wind just starting to blow, coming across the field here at number 1 Sports Ground. As Cody comes in again.
Very content to take the singles.
Yep.
No urgency shown at the moment.
Yeah, Robson certainly wasn't looking for 2 there as he pushed that down to
Robson's
fine leg.
call for some gloves. Probably get a little bit of a message from the skipper now with what direction they want to take. I think we know what he'll be told.
Yeah, Jack Downey, he's searching for that 150 score. So with 60 runs to get that.
I think they'll be wanting more than that now.
8 overs to get. You think
Yeah, they've got plenty of wickets in hand.
170? Do you think Jeff Gannon was right?
Well,
170's
I
par.
think Jeff Gannon was right if he wins at 170. I think anywhere between 150 and 170 is probably where the local lads will be aiming for. But with all these wickets in hand and the bowling showing signs of cracking, I think there's plenty of opportunity out there to score.
He's had a big crack at that one, and it's going to fall short again.
They're not capitalising on these short balls from Xanadu. They really need to.
They
They could be tearing him apart now.
I don't think they know which way. I think you're underrating and underestimating Xanadu, Greg, because I don't know if they know where it's going. I don't know if Xanadu knows where it's going.
I know where it should go.
Well, it's not going over the fence, if that's what you're implying, Greg. As they're content to take the single again.
Come on, Robbo. Put it one over.
It's a very good spell from Xanadu. Oh, he's beat the bat and he's appealed. We might get a look at that. He might have lifted his foot there.
Good glove work
It was
from the
optimistic.
keeper.
Yeah, Moody, he's been pretty good behind the stumps, and great angle here from the Bar TV sports crew. Oh, did he lift his foot, Greg?
No.
Good action there by Moody, the young keeper. Stepping up.
Oh.
Oh, great fielding by Xanadu, getting down. What athleticism. What a picture. Oh, he's put some flight on that one. Oh, could have almost been caught and bowled if he...
Beautiful over that. Well done.
Wonderful over.
You might give him a couple more balls.
Well, it is in the throes of a wonderful over. I'll tell you what, we thought Sargent was the good spinner earlier on, but Xanadu, he's come out to this number 1 sports ground. He shocked everyone. Oh! So close!
Yeah, so he ends a good over there. Yeah, you're right. The spinners up that end have done their job. They have very unlucky not to take some wickets.
Let's look at the replay here, Greg. Look at that.
Oh, he's covered up early. He's gone for the hand throw out late. But saved full.
It was a great piece of fielding, wasn't it? Here comes Cody again. And reversed again. Trying to be too tricky at the moment, the City side, I think. 2 for 93 off 13.
Mate, it's like he's put his best shots in the Q rack. He was hitting some great lofted on drives earlier in his innings, and he's decided to put him in the Q rack. I don't know if he's saving him up for later or.
He needs to forget about the Q rack, go to the gun rack, and start
firing off
at will. Oh, stepping down the wicket, almost caught, one-handed. Cody got his head out of the way as they go for 2. Looking to up this run rate. Unlucky though. Wasn't really coming in
after a really good start with their fielding. They're starting showing signs of.
Here we go. Oh, he should have.
He got a hand on that.
Do you think he got a hand on it?
Yeah, it slipped through his hand there. He's probably got maybe 2 hands if he got a little bit more lunge on that dive.
Oh, nicely played.
Come on.
Third man slipping over.
And that's a nice shot there.
Dylan Hunter.
Just ran that down to third man for 4. It was a very fine shot. And I think after that glove change, they've been told by Jack, let's start pushing forward for a bigger total.
We've got a couple of big names joining us now. Garth the Cannon Adden tuning in. Of course, Hamwick's legend, still playing in the 4th grade, and that one
Pirates Premier.
Away. Pirates Premier as well. Can't do anything about that. We heard from the field, and I couldn't agree more. 2 for 104. They passed the 100 mark.
Skipper's pushed third man back, and finally comes up. So Cody has to bowl a good line here for his skipper.
He's just wilted in his last couple of overs, hasn't he, Cody?
So what does he do? Straight under the pads.
Nice little tweet from the wife as well, Greg. Greg Burgess debut on the commentary team this afternoon.
Yep, the kids will be proud.
Sure they're tuned in at home. Paradise Island. Probably got another bowling club.
No, I think they're tucked up playing the Xbox, or I forgot what it's called, the new thing for Chrissy.
Well, Santa, isn't he? A wonderful man.
All right, Robson needs to put away those fancy tricks of his and just put that front foot down.
Oh, and he does just that, but there's a fielder out in the deep mid-on.
It's another good over. 10 plus again.
2 for 106. So they're tracking for about 140 here, I'd imagine.
As the boys get a little drink there and a few more instructions from the skipper, I would say. Xanadu's lining up for his 4th over. He really does deserve a wicket. He was unlucky last over. Let's see what he can produce here to the in-form Robson.
Well, 2 players in form at the top of their game at the moment as Robson steps back and will go through for a single. I like his arm action. Xanadu, he's gone for it. That time it was Hunter. That's almost out on the road. Hitting the fence, the car line fence on the road. They're lucky there was no car parked. It's almost as if he hit the gap there. And that is the biggest 6 we've seen so far in the Summer Bash of Volume 4.
Yeah, he's picked that up nice. Senator's just flighted it up here. And that's his zone there. Straight cross bat over mid-wicket.
Hit it with the ball.
Over mid-wicket fence.
He's going for it again.
And there we go. Was that a replay or an exact replica?
I don't know what I'm watching.
I think we've just had 4 replays. I'm not sure how many balls were. No, that's his second 6 over that fence now.
Yep, same
That's
shot.
12 off 2. He's really, I think that little drink and the glove change, Jack has really.
Well, it's been a good innings by Hunter. He started off a little bit shaky. This time stepping back off the foot and playing it to the offside. But that's a good, fine couple of shots, getting up to 2 for 120.
That's classic cricket there.
And this is what I like. I think Ollie Robson's going to say, if you can do that, I can do just as well. The left-hander. Now he's quite content just to step back and push through for a single.
There he is. And that's his 50 by the looks of things.
Yeah, he's got the 50 runs there. Yep.
Little raise of the
Little
willow.
half raise for a half century.
Little willow raise. I think he's too tired, actually.
Well, this heat's probably sapped it out of him. Oh, that's a lucky
it's a
shot. No, they appealed. Leg buys, it'll be.
He's turned around with a slight point and to the umpire, but to no avail.
Well, he was searching for something. That's disappointing there for Xanadu because he was keeping the run rate down. Now they lifted to about 8 and over after, and as a result of those 2 sixes there hit by young Dylan Hunter.
Well, if they keep at this rate, that's 160, and I think that's where they want to be. What do we got? We're going back to the opening bowler, by the looks of this, who was really impressive at stemming the runs at the start. The little offie,
young
bowled around the
Sargent.
wicket, young Sarge.
Is it Sargent?
Yeah, it's got that little 1990s bowl cut.
Look at him stepping out his run.
No.
Now so, make the difference. Beatty, James Beatty. Coming from the other end now. He certainly did stem the tide earlier on. I think, has he only got 1 over left?
Yeah, he bowled his 3 at the start. They've kept him for 1.
That one is a full toss, and that one to the long boundary goes all the way for 6. And the City side take the catch in the crowd, and he's now got his 50 as well. That's his 3rd 6 now of the innings. Young Dylan Hunter, he's Beatty. What can he do this time? He is close to...
He's pushed that one down leg after his loosener. So he's not going to be happy with his first 2 balls here, but he needs to just regroup, get the ball where he wants it to go, try and stem this run flow.
Here he comes. Beatty. Nice alarm ball there and beating everybody. That'll be buys. As Cody comes around and signalled leg buys.
So he's just on the wrong line here at the moment.
Yeah, disappointing because he started off so well, the young offie. And this one, he's gone for it this time, and it's going to crash into the fence for 4.
Yeah, he's picked the gap there at long on.
He hit it very hard.
And that's his game there, mate. I don't know why he drifted off midway through his runs, but I think that's where he should be looking to score all of his runs in the V. If they put it short, he's got a nice little late cut and a leg glance. So I think they're his zones and he should stick with them.
You can see out there the fielders. Nice work with the shot in shot. Stepping back this time, it's in the air, but it's going to fall short. It's the fielder deep mid on. And Dylan Hunter, he's on fire at the moment. And he's found the gap, and
It's cool.
it may
Early
beat
call
the
for
fielder.
2.
They push hard. The fielders, that is, and the runners make it back easy. So disappointing over there, 2 for 138 into the 16th over now, and they're surpassing all expectations after a very shaky start, this Sabres side.
Yeah, they really did. Well, like we said, the wicket did have a little bit in early, and there was a few balls that held up, and they got their first couple of wickets
In the first
the
2
Stockade
overs.
boys, but these guys have rebuilt. They've laid a good partnership together, and they'll be looking to capitalise on that now with wickets in hand in the last 4 overs. Not sure where these 4 overs are going to come from. If we haven't seen anyone tonight that we haven't, or they haven't got.
The ball's going to go back into the hands of Lincoln Melmoth.
And we know the Offie's got 1 left, but Beattie's going to have to come up with something a bit.
Now, Beattie's bowled 3.
Beattie just bowled his first then, didn't he? The Offie.
Beattie started the bowling. Sargent's got another over left. We'll get confirmation from the scorers in a second.
That'll come through any second now.
As we go to Melmoth. With the ball in hand, bowling from the other end.
We've seen a few,
The market
few
town
more
end
cars
before.
have come in for the last bit of the first
that's
innings.
One thing we know, the Newcastle City boys certainly have a good fan base. Selling all the merch. That one.
Yeah. If you can't get down Hunter Street, just pop into the cricket.
Oh, that's exactly right. That's what Newcastle City Council would want. Maybe it's a ploy, Greg.
Another 2 to Robson, just a little tickle off the pads behind square leg.
This ball up, oh, it's nice and high. It's over the fence, is it? Yes, it is. Lovely shot. Ollie Robson.
Right in his strike zone. If we bring up the strike zone map there, can we get that? You'll see a high percentage of his shots there. They're
Yes.
62%. And that's where he likes them.
We haven't quite implemented that technology here for the summer bash. Of course, the biggest stuff we bring it in. And that one over the top as well, and fall short. That'll be a 4. So really picking up the run rate now, up to 9 and over, 2 for 150. So they're tracking at about 180 if they can keep this up.
And they'll be very happy with that. Especially with these 2 boys still at the crease. They've both got their eyes in. The Stockton skipper, Jeff, is really trying to move his fielders around now just to plug some holes.
Oh, straight down the ground. It's a lovely looking shot, and it is another boundary for Ollie Robson.
Oh, he's looking for confirmation whether it made the rope. And in all fine fashion, the Stockade boys have waved it as a 4.
Yeah, they're good on a side, Stockton.
That's just classic country cricket.
Stepping up to it again.
I don't
and
think that one's
again.
going to have any worries.
Is he going to get over? Is he? Oh,
Hey.
yes, he is. That's a 6. Gallant effort in the field by Cody. He just couldn't get there. And Robson has certainly opened up the shoulders.
That's 20 off the first 4 balls. And we'll have another look. He's gone back in his crease a little bit there to get it into his area. And he's just, I think he might have even got a little fingertip on there, but it's too strong. Oh, he's just playing with them now. He's opened up the...
That's a lovely shot.
He's
That's
opened
probably
up
shot
the
of day.
offside and just put that straight over cover.
If
Now,
that
what's the skipper going to do now? He hasn't got that many fielders.
If that last 6 was a good looking stroke, that one was just as good, only getting the 4 runs though, but now they're 2 for 164.
Yes, he steps back, gives himself some room, really opens up that offside. That's a lovely shot. I think that's the shot of the over. Can they crack the 200? Gareth?
Well, they're 9.9, and
Maths would say they're a good
mathematically,
chance.
I think they can, and I don't know what this Stockton side's going to do. They brought on Lucas Sargent to try and get something happening here. They need to stop the flow of runs.
He picked up their first wicket, so he's gone
First
back to
two
his
wickets.
strike bowler. First 2 wickets, so he's
The
brought
only
him back.
wickets. The only wickets.
He really needs to hone in on the crease here at middle and leg.
Dylan Hunter, we know he's very good over mid-wicket.
Right up on the block, middle and leg. There's your spot, young man. Just finalising a few positions out here. Deep long off.
And here comes Sargent again, putting it in short. They'll go through for the quick single. It's going to be close. Can he hit? No, he can't.
It's just tip and run now too. The boys have got plenty of wickets in hand. Every run will count here.
Well, they'll be disappointed if they don't get to 200, I feel, here, Greg.
Well, disappointment could be one thing, but I think the skipper will be happy the way they fought back from their first 2 wickets dropping early. So I think if these boys can see out the overs, they'll definitely nudge the 200.
2 for 165 it is. The man on strike, Ollie Robson. He surveys the ground. Where's he going to put it, Greg?
I'm calling.
Oh, big edge over the top, and it's going to land safely.
And that's a good ball there. He knows he's striking it in the V, so he's put a little bit short. He's played across the line. He's nearly picked himself up a wicket. So I think he's bowling well.
Yeah,
I think it's
smart bowling.
a good decision from the skipper to bring him back. You know, if they can stem this over here, 2 to go. They were confident in 170 par, so they'll walk off thinking they're not too far out of it. And they're taking their time here. They know every run counts here. They're getting it right.
Here he is again, stepping back, flicked over the top, and again finding the gap, finding some space. And they'll push through for 2. 2 for 168. Dylan Hunter, what can he do? He took a while to get going, but he's going very well. Swings at that one over the top, and that's going to hit the fence again for 4. That gets them over that par score that Jeff Kinninan thought. 2 for 172. The crowd, they look ecstatic out there. That's a good little man bun.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot. Just a nice off drive over the inside field there, running it down to the fence. And he's having a good scour around. He has got a good array of shots here, so he was just combing the field.
Oh, that's trickery at its best.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about that
That's
one.
confidence.
Yeah, and he's pushing on to a nice score, getting his team up to a winning target.
Well, they're over that 10 and over now.
Still one to come in the over,
Another boundary, and
which they will be looking to add to this total.
just scooped it over his head then. Oh, he goes for it again. Probably 2 times too many that time.
Not sure on that shot. That wasn't in around my day. It looks a bit dangerous to me.
Wasn't in your
Especially-
repertoire.
Well, didn't wear helmets, did we? That was a bit suffocating for me, so I'm not sure if I'd want that. But so it gets the valued result most of the time, I must say.
Certainly. He's confident at the moment. 2 for 176 into the 18th over. Into the 19th over, sorry. Just finished the 18th over. Here comes Melmoth again.
But the young cricketers lapping up the atmosphere.
Oh, they love it here. Waves from the crowd. Everybody loves a good summer's day at number 1 Sports Ground. Dead ball. Robson not quite ready for it.
Skipper's getting the right amount of fielders inside the circle. The last thing they want now is a no ball.
Well, banged up, nice and full, but they'll get 2.
Push
They're
for
going to look
2.
for 2. Oh, good running by Dylan Hunter. Very good running.
He did. He pushed the big fella into that. We know Robson hasn't been the keenest of runners.
He's been loping around all day, just looking for the big shots, and
he hasn't disappointed.
With wickets in hand, they'll be looking for 2 for everything. Oh, goes for that one. It's in the air. And that one's taken nicely. So that'll be the end of the innings. There for Ollie Robson. Can hold his head high, up around 70. And Lincoln Melmoth takes a good wicket. Well-deserved wicket. He's toiled all day, the bearded Darren Goff.
The bearded Darren Goff takes his first wicket. He put it in short. He's realised the hitting zones of the big Robson has been straight down the ground. So he's dug that one in. He's got a top edge and a well-taken catch there.
Ryan Van Kemenade coming on to bat now. He's going to have to just swing and go here.
Mate, the best thing he can do is just have a look, get off strike, and get Hunter up the other end.
Well, they would have crossed then, I'd think.
Yep. So he's done his job already.
He just has to stay out there, and they give him a big round of applause. The Englishman as he comes from the field.
Yeah, it was a good knock there. Would have been mid-60s. He's put his team in a good position. He's left it out, Hunter out there to try and finish the job and get his team up to that 200 mark, which will be very hard to beat for the 11th placed Stockton Seagulls.
Yes, certainly they were looking for 170 as a score, but they need to not panic in this run chase as we close in on the first dig here by the Sabres. That one wide and it's cut.
Well, there's 2 there.
No, they're going to just go for the 1.
Well, Hunter's probably showing a little bit of fatigue. Just coming down to give his counterpart a little bit of a pitch information. Little tap and say, hey boys, let's do this.
Yeah, Van Kemenade, he's not one. He's one that normally pushes the ball around the field, so be interested to see how he plays this, Greg.
He's a very quick runner between the wickets though, so I imagine he'll be just looking for the gaps and pushing the fielders.
Run rate of 9.8. And again, straight away looking to take off. But Dylan Hunter, what has he got?
Can Melmoth finish off a good over here for the Gulls?
Oh, he's going over the top. Nice looking shot.
Oh.
Has that cleared the fence? It has indeed for his 5th 6 of the innings. Lovely shot. 3 for 186. 1 ball remaining in the over.
So I think Melmoth straight a little bit wide there and given Hunter a little bit of room as we try and track down the ball. He's pushed it well outside the off there, and there's nothing out there to stop that. So that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, big swing at that one, and yeah, he's called the wide. I tend to agree with that call. You can see the pink markings out there on the pitch, indicating that it definitely did stray outside those boundaries.
He'll have to bowl that one again to finish off his over. But I think that was the right length, just a little bit wide. But I think just short of a length here. It's another good ball. They'll push for 2. He's very quick. He'll get back.
Yeah, easy two there. So now coming into the last over here, Greg, 3 for 189. Can they get to 200?
Well, the new batsman will just do his best to get off strike here and give the informed Hunter a chance to pick up those last 11 runs to put the boys into a nice total and into the second innings. Hunter's taking his time, just doing his straps.
Just having a chat on how they're going to go. Garth Annan should declare. They've got enough already. Daniel Douglas, the old call of City for the Kitty. Plenty of eyes on the coverage at the moment. Last over, and he's turned on his heel and he's hit it over the fence. And I was saying before, he's not a big hitter of the ball, but that is when he can hold his head up high. Van Kemenade.
The big left-hander's dropped his first ball short again, which hasn't paid dividends for him today, and he's found himself being put over the backward square fence again.
Hasn't paid dividends. It's almost like a drop in Bitcoin, Greg.
Yes, he's not getting much back at the moment.
Of course, this match brought to you by Newcastle City Council, Instant Access and Limitless here today. That one, is a big shot. And I don't know where the information about Van Kemenade was coming from, but they are two of the biggest sixes we've seen all day here.
Yes, there's no single or running on that one. He's just picked that straight off the pads over mid-wicket.
That gets them over the 200 mark, and this is going to be a very hard score to chase down from the man across the ditch.
There you go. 201 with 4 to go. He's just having a bit of fun now. Got to try something, so he's coming around the wicket.
I'd say this is going to go.
They're pushing. With the field he's set, he needs the bowl. Short, outside off stump.
They're looking.
I'm not sure what he's done there, but we'll see.
A deep extra cover here, and there's a bit of a gap. He's gone exactly the same way again.
He's
and that's a 6, I believe. Just waiting on confirmation. Yeah, he's hit another 6. That's 3 in a row here. The summer bash is alive, Greg.
Yeah, another great shot there. The bowling, he's just put that guy in, and he's put it right
where he was,
right on the slot there. So he's just picked that off nicely.
Here they come again. Around the corner, over the top. Oh, chance gone begging. He leapt high there, Beattie. So that's another 4, 3 for 211. Van Kemenade. He's come in and he's done his job, hasn't he?
What? Van Kemenade's come in with the reputation of a drop and run player. I think he's 25 off 6 balls.
Oh, he's certainly dropping this. Oh, that's a full toss. One. It's in the air.
Oh, 6. I think that's over.
Oh, no.
Let's have a look at that.
We'll have a look at the replay because I thought the umpire's probably got it right. My eyes may be deceiving me.
Coffee signalled 4. Full toss, middle stump.
Yeah, the pink ball is definitely hard to see. And last ball. Yeah, he's got him. Great innings, Owen.
That'll be stumps for their innings.
It's 4 for 215. And what a great innings. Special mention to Ollie Robson, Dylan Hunter, and Ryan Van Kemenade with a cameo at the end. And 4 for 215, Greg. 216 the target. It's a hard one.
Well, the skipper was thinking 170 was par, and I thought he was a bit presumptuous there. And I think even the city skipper was going to be happy with 150, 170 plus. But I think with the first 2 early wickets, the boys from Stocko could have been a little bit upbeat there. Their fielding was good, and they don't want to drop their bundle there in the middle overs.
Yeah, the concentration through that middle overs where they just allowed them to get that partnership going, I think that cost them.
Yeah, they dropped two catches there in that 5 to 7 over period, which gave Robson and Hunter the chance to build. And they weren't doing anything too special there at that time. They were just trying to tuck a few around the corner and build something, and which they did. They both ended up with 60, 70 plus runs each, which has put their team in a good position. And that little cameo from Van Kemenay has really just exploded them over the 200 mark and exceeded all expectations, I think, from everyone here at the ground.
4 for 215 as we're going to take a quick break. Of course, this coverage brought to you by Newcastle City Council, Instant Access, and your business here today, Greg Limitless. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with you for Newcastle's celebration of cricket. It is the Summer Bash of Volume 4 in just a few moments. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Summer Bash, and big score set, 215. This Seagull side has to chase down. It's not insurmountable, but given their current form languishing down near the bottom of the ladder in the regular season, they're up against it.
I think the skipper is going to be out for a big knock here tonight. I think a lot rests on Jeff's shoulders. He's come out opening.
He's opening the batting here.
So if someone's going to do
Osmond.
it, he'll do it.
So it'll be Osmond to take the strike. Batting towards the Marketown end here at number 1 Sports Ground. Kai Appleby with ball in hand. This is the Summer Bash. Volume 4. We're live at number 1 Sports Ground for all our viewers out there.
Lights are on. It's a picture down here tonight. Really is a lovely oval to play cricket.
Well, it is the premier ground in Newcastle, if not country cricket. It'd be good to see a few more, maybe state games played here, Greg.
Well, I can remember as a young fellow sitting over the hill under the old scoreboard there and seeing Steve and Mark Ward play out here.
With the trumpet.
Yeah. With the trumpet, yeah. I think young Michael Clark might have been out there that day. It was a pretty, surreal day for a young cricketer. And there's some young cricketers going to get their chance tomorrow here to play on this great oval in these little country junior championships. So.
Yeah, they were excited, weren't they, checking out the pitch earlier on. Here's the first ball of the Stockton innings. Just played off the pads nicely. Nice little single to get them rolling off the first ball.
Just tucks it off his hip for a single.
None for one, 215 to get. It's a big score, isn't it?
It is a big score, but I just want to see something from these boys. They got, like the boys Robson and Hunter showed, you get your eye in early and bat through the innings. Anything's possible. So,
well, Jeff Kennedy, we know he's a rep player. We know he has got good striking ability all around the ground. You want to take his chances here?
That's it. Goalies, not to try and get them all in the first 10 overs. Let's try and build some partnerships. Don't think about the big total at the moment. Just these two boys need to get their eyes in and build something together.
He's gone for the big shot there, and
it's a wide.
It's going to be called a wide, yeah. And Appleby, the bowler. You want to keep it tight. That ball called a wide. He's going up for it. And
he's not going to get that round the wicket coming from that angle. It's pitched outside leg. Very safe there for the Stockton captain. He just needs to look to get some bat on that and get off strike.
Stepping up for it. Oh, lovely shot by Ganninan.
Or even better.
And he's
picked that off with ease, the skipper. And that's all he needs to do. We've got the fielders up in the first 5 overs.
Yes,
so this is a time to maybe play those lofted shots.
As we said, we know he's a strong striker of the ball. He just steps back on that one, content to take the runs that he's already produced. Number 8. Last ball of the over. He's going for that one as well, but straight to the fielder. And 8 off the first over, so off to a pretty good start there, Greg.
Yeah, not a bad start there from Stockton. I don't want this to creep up to the 12s too early, so it is important that they do get these runs ticking over, because once it gets above that 12, Gareth, with this many overs remaining, it's going to be a really tough task. So if these boys can keep it up to the 10s and over for the first few, maybe get that extra boundary, that extra over, and get a bigger over in the middle there.
Well, we saw
they've
the
got to build on
City side.
something.
The City side was 75 at the halfway point, so we know what you can do with wickets in hand. New over here, Sam O'Sullivan. There's a bit of banter going on actually between he and Jeff Kinninan at the start of the match. Kinninan questioning whether he'd be coming from this end or not. Stepping down the wicket. Oh, doesn't find the gaff. Good fielding.
It's a lovely shot for 0. He's a little loosener there. He's a little fully outside off, but he's picked off the cover fieldsman. But both the batsmen look in reasonably good touch. They got their eyes in early.
Here's O'Sullivan again. Nice delivery. Finds the bottom of the bat.
That's a lovely area there. That's hitting the top of off stump, and he's got a bit of pace about him, this young man.
Osmond, he's not scared to come down the wicket though, is he? He's playing off the front foot.
No, he's trying to make his presence felt at the crease.
Finds the gap square. They'll just take the one and Kinninan will face up. So this will be interesting. As we said before, plenty of banter between these two before the match. And they look busy in the field, the City side. They look on their feet, on their toes.
And they were very sharp in their warm-up. They look like a well-drilled unit. Be expecting no leaking runs here or drop catches from this side, so they're going to have to earn every run they get.
That one hit over the field. Oh, just falls short. Nick Tantos. It's a half chance, I'd call that.
Yeah, he was moving in, so he gave himself every chance, but it just fell short. I mean, he's bowling a very full ball here, so he is looking for that Yorker length, but he overpitched there. A lot of encouragement there from his teams there. He's bowling a good over here, which will put pressure on the Stockton team. You know, any good over is going to just make that mountain of 215 get even higher.
Well, this is the last ball from O'Sullivan. Getting in and facing. He just hit that round the corner single, so he'll retain the strike. Be interested to see who they go to next. Whether it will be Appleby to continue his spell.
Very good first over there from the City opener.
Looks like maybe Robson could be taking the ball here, the Englishman. The all-rounder.
Wonder if he's got anything left in him after that big innings. We'll see in a minute, but he must be there.
He looks
go-to
quick.
guy.
He looks quick.
He does.
He's tall. He looks strong.
I would say he'd be about 6'4", coming off a longer run-up.
He's probably an inch taller than me, I reckon.
That's where I was going off that.
So I'd say 6'5". In the old scale.
Inches. So getting in and looking around. He really needs to get himself off strike here at very best.
Has a swing at that one. That one carries through to the keeper nicely.
We'll have a look at that. Looked like a little shape away there as well. Robson.
Liam Whitehead, very good behind the stumps. Of course, Jody Whitehead, name synonymous with Newcastle cricket.
Yes, playing against the Stockton team. He's picked that up.
Yeah,
He's
that's a
turning
good
around
shot.
the corner. We've got a chase on behind square. He'll pick that up and keep it to 2.
Yeah, Wilson McTaggart came around quickly. He's a whippet in the outfield.
Yep, there will be no cheap runs out here. And
He's happy with his effort too, isn't he? So coming in again, Robson. Oh, that one's
I don't know
Well
how
over
that
the
one
head.
snuck under the radar. I thought that was well above the eye line, but it's just snuck through for his one and
almost-
over.
It was almost as high as the instant access scissor lift we've got in place here.
Doesn't look like they're going to be getting any cheap runs from the umpies either, so it's going to be a tough task here for the Stocko boys. They're going to have to do it all themselves.
Swings
And
the bat
that's
at
how
that.
they're gonna do it.
That is a good shot. Finding the gap and finding the fence.
He's giving himself some room there. He's opened the shoulders as he put that just through cover region behind cover point. You'll see now he's steps back, gives himself a little bit of room. Beautiful shot on the ground. Don't think that'll get there, so they'll need to run them.
They'll need a run. They're going to get the two. Good fielding by City again, and nice throw in to the keeper. So none for 18. Last ball of the over. Robson. Apart from the forward, it's been pretty tight. Oh, the French cart. Go-to shot of many a cricketer, including myself. They'll get another two, so not a bad over there for Stockton. The Seagulls.
Yes, and that's they're still running at best just under 7 and over, so they'll be happy with that at this stage. No loss of wicket. Now the boys have had a good look. They'll need to press on here a little bit. Use the pace of this young fire away quick. He's only little of stature, this bloke, but he really rips them in.
Yeah, O'Sullivan, he's in pretty good form.
Maybe a young Kent Hatchwell.
That one's pitched nice. Up in the block hole. Can't get it away. Osmond.
Yeah, Osmond's got to make sure he doesn't get bogged down and frustrated here. The City boys are bowling and fielding well.
Osmond, oh, he gets an edge on that one and might race down to the boundary. No, coming across. Nicely done there by a third man. It raced away off the bat. Evaded Whitehead, the wicket keeper. And in the end, only getting the one run. Get in and play straight. Santos is there
and good running.
Yeah, getting through for the single.
It's very important just to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Every run out here is looking very difficult, so they really need to push for every run they can get, and the boundaries will come if these guys can stick together. They're the leading batsmen of the competition so far. So they need to push for two here. Come on.
Nice square drive.
Got to put that outfielder under a little bit more pressure there to try and get that extra run.
Yeah, definitely. There probably was two in that if they pushed, but just content now to get the singles and really play themselves a partnership here, I think, Greg.
Well, they've probably had a chat before they've gone out and realised, you know, a big partnership from these guys is key to them climbing this mountain. So they've probably got a little semi-target for themselves.
Stepping down the wickets.
Maybe even seeing off Osmond's one of their targets, you know, just to, if they can get through him, they might see a few cracks open up with a few other bowlers. We'll see how the strength in their bowling attack. But so far, they're looking good.
So here's O'Sullivan again. This time get in and plays over the bowler's head, and he's going to push through for the single, and he'll get it nice and easy in the end. So another good over there.
Yeah, it was a
Just
comfortable
the four coming
single.
from it. So nice and tight. You'll probably bowl the 3 overs here and imagine come back into the attack later on, O'Sullivan.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the skipper has up for him. I would imagine that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just lock away the key and give him the 4 up front and really take it out of there, take it away from the Stockton Seagulls.
They need a bit of luck here. As Robson,
Hey.
he's called the no
Oh,
ball.
it's a no ball.
Oh, he's got a bit of an edge on that as well.
It's hit the stump, hasn't it? It's
It
come
hit
off the leg stump.
it
It's
did.
bowled him.
Oh,
He's got the no ball.
no ball, and he's having a bit of a chat
That's
with the
the-
umpire, but you're not going to change his decision, that's for sure.
That's a bit of luck. That could be the TP here.
That is definitely. As we look there, he hit the
It's
bail.
bowled him.
He's bowled him. I thought he might have got the edge as well.
You're definitely right there.
Nice Yorker.
I think the umpy was so sharp on the call, he's called no ball and scared the batter. The batter's looked up at him. Well, let's hope that's a little bit of help they need. I really want to see these guys put together something to really make a game of this.
Glennon steps down the wicket, finds the green grass of number 1. They're going to push back for 2, and they're going to do it easy.
Yeah, good fielding. He's changed the pace. He's just rolled the fingers down that ball and changed the pace there. But Glenon's picked him off over mid-wicket and picked up 2. Good running.
Wilson McTaggart, he's very quick in that outfield, saving a couple of boundaries so far. So here comes Ollie Robson again. Oh, has he got bat on that? Oh, they go up. Half-hearted shout though, Greg.
Yeah, I think that's just caught him on the hip there and gone through to the keeper.
You've got to be more convincing, don't you?
Yeah, I think
I'd like to see him get
young
on their knees.
Whitehead, there was nothing from the keeper, and normally that's a good indication, you know. There we go, just a little feather on the
Thigh pad.
thigh. Young Whitehead just head down. Keepers don't lie.
Oh, that one off the back foot. It's in the air, but it's going to one bounce into McTaggart's hands. They'll get the single. Now Osmond on strike. What can he do? This is a good show of bowling here by Robson.
He's digging himself a hole here. I think he just needs to get something, have a swing, or try and get off strike here. Just got to keep this board ticking over, because every ball that goes through to the keeper is just digging themselves a bigger hole. You've got to be impressed with
They put the
Robson.
slip in. Interesting. Over the top. That's a
good shot.
good shot. Will it race away to the boundary? It's going to be stopped.
Oop.
He's
Come
done
on,
well.
run him.
The crowd up the far end, they're claiming
Oh.
4. They'll push through for 3.
It's a good positive shot. We see more of that. But you've got to be impressed with Robson, Gareth. He's not only the runs he's put on, and he's looks like a strike bowler for the team as well.
Yeah, good all-rounder. Oh, close on the replay here. Brought to you by Limitless. He's getting in and it's short. Pulled away.
Well done.
Nice.
He saved 2 for his team there.
Here's McTaggart. He's quick
Oh.
in the... Oh, that's good fielding again. Saving another run, and every run is crucial here for this City side.
Yeah, and it is. I think the City side, this fielding will, as the tournament moves on, and they'll probably move up the ladder after this game and find themselves in the semis. This fielding, you know, will go a long way to help them go through and possibly win the title.
Well, they're third currently. As we look at the weather there, it's getting cloudier, darker. The lights are on, but the satellite looks clear of any rain, Greg.
Well, we can tick that box for Stockton. Yes, you still have to get the runs. I think we've hit the Duckworth liver system now with the 5 over mark anyway, so...
So here comes O'Sullivan again, up, nice and short, and it's been dealt with down the ground.
Oh, it's not going to make it.
Oh, it's going to fall short.
It's blocked in.
Well, City's obviously got in the ear of the greenkeeper here. And then
I did notice the sprinklers on during the break.
That one just held up. Any other time, that's 4 all day, but they're going to have to really work hard for these runs here.
So Sammy's into his 3rd over now. Doing a good job for the City team.
O'Sullivan stepping down the ground. Ganina and... Oh, he's done well.
Another single. Another good shot for a single.
That time it was Appleby out on the boundary.
Yeah, O'Sullivan is a very good bowler. He mixes his pace. He's doing a real good job here for the team. He's bowling to a left-right combination too, and he's...
Yeah, tough to get your line consistent. As he comes in again, this time is over the top, but it's going to fall short too, I'd imagine. And again, these whippets in the field for the City side.
Saving runs again. It's very spongy out here though. Deep long on, long off. He's got a bit of a brown tinge out here. I think it's
deceiving, isn't it?
Quite a bit of moisture over those last couple of nights of rain.
Oh,
that's one way to go. That's going to run away, is it?
No, they're going to cut that off too. They'll get 2. It's going to be close though. He has to put his foot down, Osmond.
I think they're going to have to think about the Van Kirkman route of over the fence. Don't worry about the
Van Kemenade,
sorry.
Excuse my writing.
His
Greg.
cousin.
Yeah. His Dutch cousin.
Just played down there to, what would you say, a short, long off?
Yeah, Nick Tantos. He's done a bit of work so far in the field.
Yeah, they're all spread out on the circle. He's got a shortish cover.
Down the ground,
That's
down
over
the
that
wicket.
man has spoken about.
Well, they know they have to go over the top. Nice throw in as well. Was that Osmond again? He's got it all.
I wonder, it won't be too long before we see Jonty Major come into the attack, I think.
Big number 20.
I think he's been bowling well in the grade cricket this year. I think won't be too long till we see him.
Well, there's been a shirt change out there. I think maybe, is it Dylan Hunter with the ball, of course, scoring a plethora of runs for his side. He's changed from the 31 to the 45.
Oh, maybe have a few number changes out there just to mix it up a bit.
Just to make it nice and easy for us, Greg.
Little left arm offie.
It is Hunter.
Well, he's done it with the bat. Robson's just done his job up there again, and now we'll see Hunter with his little left arm Chinamans.
So Ganina on strike. Field restrictions now over. Swings and misses.
Little dart in there at off stump.
He's certainly throwing them in quickly, isn't he?
He's not getting much purchase off the wicket, but he's honing in on a nice line on the top of off there, so he's getting through his overs too. He's thrown that one up.
Yeah, that was a bit full, a bit of loop in it. Oh, coming across for the dive and couldn't get there.
He's got the maximum.
That was Van Kemenade, so that's a nice 6 and much needed. They can't afford to lose Ganninan here. He's the key man in this innings.
No, he needs to bat the innings. He has to pick his shots. You know, that's great cricket from him. 6 and a 1, get off strike. Now it's important that both players get their fair share of strike in 2020 so they don't go off the ball.
Osmond now on strike. Oh, he's gone up and umpire.
All I can think
Says
of there,
no.
Gareth, that might have been just pitched a little bit outside the leg stump. It was he did
Everyone
play
went
across
up.
the line.
Everyone went up. Osmond steps back and drives it down the field.
Picked up by Jonty,
Jonty Major, that is.
not Jonty Rhodes. He hasn't played in the local comp for many years now.
Yeah, it was great when we had him over here. What are your memories of him, Greg?
Mate, what a
Good in the
fielder.
field, good in
What
the
a
field.
fielder. Whippet. I guess he was one of the first gun point fieldsmen. He really put that position in one-day cricket and made his own, and a lot of great fielders. They're all put there. The great Ricky Ponting,
Yeah, I know.
Gareth Fossick, he was for the Pirates, he was always there.
I remember bat, pad and point were my two. Only because I had a custard arm and couldn't field in the outfield.
Couldn't field a deep point. Had to be short. We've got a change here.
Yeah, it looks like Wilson McTaggart has taken the ball. We've seen him in the field. We know
He's
he's pacey.
a live wire around the outfield. Let's see what he's got here.
There's not much of him. He's only young. He steams in. Oh,
He's found the edge straight away. That'll trickle down the third man for a single. That's not a bad start from the young bloke.
he was confident in the change rooms pre-match as well.
Good to see a couple of young fellas get a chance in the top grade in this 2020 competition.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Giving the young blokes plenty of opportunity. There's McTaggart at the top of his run-up. Oh, slashes away there, Ganninan, and
He's going to take one.
keeper can't take it there in Whitehead. So nice little single, none for 50. Score ticks along.
We're not seeing anything adventurous yet. I think it's time because this is just getting a little bit too far to reach. We're over 12.7. We're at the 12.8 now in the run rate.
Oh, he's got an edge, and has
has
he
that
taken
carried?
that? I thought it carried. It didn't carry. McTaggart goes up.
Oh, no. See, keepers don't lie. He was just running in for the stumping chance.
He's got
It
a
did
fair
look
bit.
like it dropped a little bit short there.
15, this McTaggart. He doesn't look old at all.
Right in the mic there from Jonty.
Yeah, Jonty Major. Don't say anything untoward, Jonty. That's a nice shot. Sam O'Sullivan comes around and restricting them to one again. Great
Yep.
fielding.
Great fielding, but Osmond's strong point is not his running between wickets, so he really needs to start finding the fence now. I mean, these guys have been in for 7 overs now, and they've done a reasonable start.
Whipped away that one.
Yeah, Gideon looks good. But
Yeah, he's certainly
you know,
he's the
looking-
captain. He's the more experienced.
that's right, but looking good and getting 215 is...
It's a 50-run partnership. That's pretty good.
It is. We're looking at 13 and over now, so singles to final leg ain't going to cut it. That's better.
That is going to cut it, that's for sure.
That's
and
over the
over
fence.
the fence. Just
There we
what
go.
the doctor ordered.
And I think he would even agree that's better than running 6 singles.
The crowd's impressed over there. Hailing all the way from Stockton.
Yes, that the last ferry's over here. I think a few extra came through.
Oh, this
it's
one's
up.
high up in the air, but this is a tough one to take. Can they come around and get under it? Yes, they can. Taken awkwardly, but taken nonetheless for first wicket as Osmond goes back to the pavilion. Good partnership there, good innings. Took a while there, and Tuswa will come in now.
A good wicket there. We might have another look at that. He's played across the line and just picked up an edge and skied it straight up, and it's a comfortable catch from the cover fieldsman coming in. Yeah, as you see there, he was hoping to flick it over to a similar spot as he put that 6 before, but if he might have rolled his fingers on that and just got a little bit of purchase, stuck it in the wicket. I'm going to give the young fellow the benefit of the doubt there and say he's come up with a good comeback ball.
The crowd out there loving it, loving the wicket. So first one taken. Start of the new over, Ginninan on strike. Off the back foot, finding the gap.
So the new batsman taking strike now. Hunter will look to fire a few in there, get through this over quickly, let him get settled in.
Oh, he's left that one. That's going to be a wide though, is it? And a couple of runs too.
The young keeper will be a little bit disappointed there. He didn't move his feet over a little bit earlier, get his gloves behind that line of the ball.
Nice shot.
Is that over Jonty's head?
It's way over Jonty's head.
He hasn't
What
taken,
a shot.
He's only taken a couple of sighters. He's let a wide go and then he's put one over the fence. It's a lovely shot over long on.
Lovely shot. And that one's full again, so looking to open up here. Stockton, 1 for 68. Target. They need 147 to win. As that creeps down and down. Get in on strike. They've got 4 on the onside. As he goes, looks to play out there. And he has been a bowled. Lovely ball. So, City now, with Ginninan out, look firmly on top.
Yeah, and that was just fired in again at off stump. He's very consistent bowler, Hunter. He's played across the line there, looking to put that around the square leg. But yeah, another good consistent bowl there from Hunter, taking the off stump.
2 for 69. As we slow it down here. Oh, it's a lovely, lovely ball.
He'll be disappointed with that. Playing across the line as they're starting to make their move. But now we've got 2 new batsmen at the crease, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult here. But they need to do what Hunter and Robson did. They need to put their heads down, build a small partnership over the next 2 to 3 overs. Just tickle, make some good running between wickets and try and build on something.
Yeah, so the new man to come in. Couldn't quite get the number as he strode out there.
8.
Lawrence Kelly it is. I thought it was the 6, and the man in 6 is Xanadu. And I knew it wasn't him, Greg, because you certainly can't miss him. You can hear now the wind really picking up.
Well, it's a wind, I think, that everyone in Newcastle would appreciate after the last week of weather they've had. I think the cool breeze will be cooling down a few homes. We're not cooling off this wicket. The young fella's looking for his second wicket here and his second over. He bowled a good first over there, a few good change-ups. He's got 2 new batsmen to bowl to.
He certainly steams in, doesn't he? Oh, bit of confusion there, running and almost getting the bat down.
There's a good sprinkling of youth through this side, and they're all stepping up to the plate here tonight. There's a good young talent, this young fella.
Yeah, he is McTaggart. Getting him on the back foot there. They run through for the quick single. Nicely run. 2 for 70 the score. Or 2 for 71. Run rate around 8 and over. 7.7 to be absolutely precise. They need 13.4 as it slowly slips away from them. But in saying that, the City side, they were 75 at the halfway mark. So tracking around about the same.
You'll see the 2 worms there very close together.
The only worms we'll see here on Bar TV Sports are the ones down in that grasp, Greg. And they'll be fighting each other because they're fighting worms. Two for 72. That one almost wide, and Jonty Major in front of the effects mic down there.
He's definitely treading on thin ice there with his vocab. But let's have a good look at this young fella as he steams in here from the eastern end.
Steps up to it. Oh, Osborne.
Oh, he's taking his...
So it's not Osborne. He got out. He looks like him though.
Kelly.
Real good, well done.
Lawrence Kelly, or Laurie is his name.
Straight into his teammate there. Can't afford that.
That's the slower ball there. And this is where it's hard to pick up this ball right on twilight, especially with plenty of cloud cover here, Greg. The lights are on.
Yeah, and it is a tough time to bat. But I mean, as the lights come on, the wicket quickens up a little bit, so it should come onto the bat a little bit better if they can pick it up.
Coming in. Oh, lovely ball.
Quickened up all right.
The Yorker almost bowled with perfection, Greg.
Yeah.
Taggart.
He picks up his second wicket. The young bloke is his second over. We'll have a closer look at that one soon.
There's the future of Newcastle cricket right there, McTaggart. He set him up, didn't he? Bowled a couple of short ones and then bang.
Well, the change of pace, wasn't it? You picked that slow ball before, and I think you just put a little bit extra on that. We'll have a look now. No, that was another slow ball.
Yeah, but just
right on the money.
Perfect, wasn't it?
That's hit middle stump.
So here comes our man Cody, the Brazilian.
Already threw his shot there and tried to change it there last minute, but it was right through him. Good deceptive bowling. And Cody, who's probably didn't have the best spell in the end. He bowled tight in the first few overs, but he's looking to be making amends there.
Yeah, certainly will. Tiswell sent to the pavilion though. It's over. 3 for 74. 10 overs gone. Oh, that's a good ball. He reaches for it and can't get near it.
Hunter takes a bit of pace off that. Threw that one up.
Bit of a loop. Almost like the Stockton Bridge. Almost the actual arc of the Stockton Bridge, that was. This one punches in a bit quicker.
The dinosaur bridge, I call it.
Oh, was that?
Bit like, you know, the Flintstones. You come...
Oh, lovely fielding. Tantos.
Oh, he slipped.
Oh,
He's
he's out. He's got
no.
it. He's given him.
They don't need
Great
that.
work. He slipped over. And I tell you what, this Seagulls team did not need that. Here at Number One Sports Ground, the Summer Bash is alive, Greg.
Yeah, once again, it's just that fielding, the brilliant fielding. As they were in their warm-up, they were very sharp, and they've brought that out onto the field tonight. They've took a few runs off by their fielding. They've been good in the outfield, and now they've picked up a run out.
Look at that, the replay, perfect. Whitehead, good glove work.
Yeah, and a
no
good
under
pickup.
nine flicking there. He's worked for the best.
Straight from the old man's catalogue, that one. And they're not pushing. There's where one guy wanted a single and one guy didn't, and that's often the case.
Well, as we see the new batter coming to the crease, he's a crowd favourite. He's a Bar TV favourite. It's Kai Xanadu, the big man, the leg spinner, the all-rounder. Let's see.
The big hitting leggy, as he's known in Stocko.
This is going all the way into Market Town, picking up some henny penny and coming back and feeding him, Greg. Oh, he's tossed it up.
Xanadu, come. You know what that was? That was him saying, "I know what that's like." He threw up a same ball on his first ball.
I reckon Dylan Hunter is playing with him there, saying, "If you can do it, I can do it better."
Yeah, that was a little bit of a spinner's. Oh, there you go, mate. Get off the mark.
I
gave you one. You give me one.
I tell you what, he didn't get the henny penny gravy there, mate.
No, he'll be looking for a few chicken wings in a minute, though, I'd say.
Just getting his eye in. So Cody on strike now. This one punched in on the back foot. Yeah, this is tough times now for the Seagulls.
Yes, I think, mate, Henny Penny could be the best option at this stage. But Cody needs to just free himself up here.
Oh,
That's
and that one's going to be called a wide. So some free runs there.
Well taken by the young keeper.
This one's in the air. Is it going to find the fielder? No, it's not. It's going to find...
Whoop, what's that? Ball backed up.
Yeah, nicely done. Little shout out to Craig Hamilton out there watching. ABC Radio's finest. That's 4 for 77. He'd be proud to know that a couple of Signal boys are in commentary here for Bar TV Sports.
Yeah, we grew up listening to Craig on the radio. From the cricketing days.
Have a look at a replay here.
Here's the slip.
Here's the runner. Oh, look at that.
Didn't check the spikes before going out tonight, and the keeper takes it cleanly. There's a very lush piece of grass on the outside of that wicket, but he was unable to track himself and get back.
Needs the 1-inch spikes, I feel. Not the sand shoes. He looks like he's got the Dunlop volleys. Here comes McTaggart again. Oh, swings and misses, and he is so impressive, this young McTaggart.
Yeah.
The 14-year-old.
Mate, I'm just lost. I'm trying to find something.
Some superlatives.
Yeah, my vocab is just gone there, just trying to find something to give this young fella another rap. He does a good slow ball, doesn't he? And that first one he did, the quicker, I'd love to see if we can get the speedo up and get the differences on those. I think there's a good 20k difference.
Definitely. Well, he's up around 145 at full pace. And I reckon that was about 98, that slower ball, Yorker.
It did drop a lot.
And here he comes again. What can the Seagulls do? They can go through the single. Xanadu looks quick between the wickets. He was urging him on then. Just
Bounding. Well,
get this run rate going.
Yes, that's it, Gareth. It needs to get going fast. We're
Someone-
pushing up to 16 and over now, and
It's a celebration of cricket here, brought to you by the NCC and, of course, Bar TV Sports major partner, Instant Access, providing us with all the infrastructure here at number 1 Sports Ground. Here comes McTaggart.
we don't want to take anything away from this City side. I mean, they've batted well. Now they're out in the field here, and the bowlers are doing a great job, and they're being backed up really well by their fielding. This young man, McTaggart, he's got a big future ahead of him. He's bowling brilliantly.
Here he comes again. That's a good line.
That's
It's
straight
over
down
the
to
top.
Jonty. He'll swoop on that and rip it in. Oh,
Yeah.
he's there. He did. He's done the loop. He's rolled the arm over like a little Gareth Wasick used to do back in the day. I'm ready for you, Skip.
Ready for you. Get me on there. The partnership breaker, I think they call it, or the cougar. Such was my guile around the field, and McTaggart comes in.
Another beautiful delivery.
Nicely done. A couple of young supporters walking past the commentary box. They've had a good day out there. All their conversations getting picked up on the crowd mic.
Hunter again to finish off his last over. And
Yeah,
I
he's had-
don't think Xanadu is going to be so kindly on him this time. If he bowls another full bunger on knee high, he will be looking to put him into
Throsby
the
Creek.
number 2 sports ground.
He's going for Throsby Creek. Oh, he's gone up. He may have bunted that into the ground. But really, I'd like to see the City side take the chances here and really apply the screws. They want to get them all out. They won't want them to bat the full 20.
No, I'm not sure on the format, but you don't want to be coming in tied with another team and having a run rate deficit ruin your chances of getting to the semis. So they should be looking to put the nail in the coffin here.
Good shape by Xanadu there.
Yeah, he's
Stepping
itching.
down
He's
here.
itching to hit. He's a numbers man.
Oh, stepping back. Just looking for fielders at the moment.
He's picking him out. He's on fire here tonight. He's just looking for his ball.
Here's Hunter again.
There it
Steps
is.
up. Oh, there it is. We've been waiting all day for it.
He's
It's not going to find the boundary, though.
Oh, another
Slipping
slip.
Again, another slip. It's
Oh,
going to be close.
turn
Oh,
it.
he's out.
Oh.
Great hands.
He could have swung around and done the double.
That was a great piece of fielding. Great throw in. Hunter almost juggling the ball. Little side tap, getting the wicket.
And there again, Gareth will see that the fielding is really paying dividends. They were sharp all through all through the first few overs, and they're just continuing that now with their second run out of the innings.
Well, here comes the wicket keeper, Moody, out to bat now, as we saw there.
It was another slip, I think, if we get
Yeah.
that up again. I'm
was
not
definitely a
sure
slip.
what the boys were told to bring from over at Stockton today, but a few of them brought the rubbers and not the spikes.
Yeah, they certainly probably played a bit of lawn bowls there at Stockton Bowling Club, their major sponsor, before they got the ferry over here and forgot to put the spikes in. Oh, look at the flick. That's as cool as you get. He was cocky in the dressing sheds, young Hunter.
Well, I didn't get to meet him, but
Well,
from all reports, he was a
he was
very
always-
confident young man.
He was always changing his shirt.
Oh, Xanadu, a little tickle. Little sweep. No one's down there
No,
at
he's
fine
gonna come
legs,
back
so
for
they'll.
two.
Jonty's after it like a.
Oh.
Oh, he's all over it, and he's cut it back. Another.
Xanadu was looking for two there. Moody didn't quite get back in time. Xanadu's quick between wickets, and he was turned back by his batting partner there, the wicketkeeper Keith Moody.
So he'll get his first ball here. Will we have a change or the no? McTaggart's got
gonna
one
bowl
more,
them out. And
and
if
it's
he
so
gets-
he should. He's done a great job as
If he
these
gets-
middle overs.
If he gets a wicket here, there is trouble with a
So-
capital T.
They've still got Robson up their sleeve, plus the other offie who started off the innings, so they're looking good in the bowling. The bowling stuff. I'm not sure if Jonty will get a bowl tonight. He's just signalling his shoulder is a tad sore.
He's itching though. Oh, good ball again, McTaggart. I'm predicting this will be a maiden over, Greg.
I'm not going to argue there. Moody's.
I didn't ask you to argue. I looked at you looking for your agreeance.
Moody's needs to push. I mean, there's plenty of gaps.
Yeah, Xanadu, he wants to get up there.
He's got to do a lot more than that. Come on.
Yeah, Moody's just got
Let's
to
go down swinging here, Moody.
He's only just got in. He's looking to flick it.
Yeah, he needs to turn that for a single. There's a gap between
There's gaps everywhere.
mid-wicket as big as two semi-trailers. He could have tickled that round. Xanadu, you know Xanadu, he's lightning. He's there.
Oh, he's halfway up the pitch.
That's
a
better.
better shot.
Looking for two moods.
Oh, Xanadu looking for two there, and Moody again didn't want it.
Well, let's see. Xanadu's probably got his eye in now. He's got to be looking for his zone. He's got to try and move his feet around the crease and get something.
Big man on little man.
Where he wants it.
There it steps up the wicket. There it is.
Oh, what a great catch.
Santos diving forward, leaping forward.
That's a great catch.
Xanadu.
And the young fella's got three.
He's got 3 wickets. Great spell of bowling by that young man, McTaggart. And he sends Xanadu all the way back to the fence, all the way back to the pavilion.
It was in his zone there. He just didn't get all of it. I think it got him on the bottom, the toe of the bat. And he's just straight to...
He does like
straight to short. What is it, long on? Just on the circle there. He's a great diving catch forward. I'd love to see the young fella's figures. He'd be really 3 for 10 off his 4 overs bowled. I haven't seen any go near the boundary from him. He's changed his pace up well. He's got a good change up like we were talking before. But his heat's pretty good too.
The man to come out on the field, Tom Pugh. Of course, Pugh is the name is royalty in Stockton, coming from a long line of bricklayers. Stepping down the wicket. Oh, scampering Pugh. We'll get a good look at him now. He's had plenty of tweets in here today. Fan favourite. As I said, Stockton royalty.
We got the Stockholm boys a little dejected there, chasing a mammoth total.
6 for 85. 20 runs and over. Now they've just got to swing the bat at it, and I tell you what, the man with a temper, Tom Pugh, he'll throw his bat at it. No, he'll take the single. Now he's going to look for 2.
Oh no, they're going. What are they going to do? Yeah, well, that's good. Good hustle by the Stockholm boys. They haven't given up here. Moody's looking to move it around.
Yeah,
Moody and Pugh look like they're a bit quicker between the wickets here and looking to do what they can to tick these runs over.
Well, it's tough to progress in this tournament. Of course, the tournament made up of 2 tiers. And you really have to win your first match to get through. You see the crowd up on the hill looking. To get through it, Ryan Van Kemenade, he's going to come on. He was the difference at the back end of the innings, and that one is a nice ball. It's in the air. Good shot in the end. Just restricting them to singles, though.
So we got all our run scorers having a bowl here today too and doing really well with the ball.
Here he comes again, Van Kemenade, and just stepping away, playing mind games. Tom Pugh, he's an expert at it. Swings the bat and
got
makes
some
no connection.
Got some wheels on him too. The young Van. How is pronounced that again?
Van Kemenade.
Van Kemenade. Like lemonade.
Lemonade Van. They call him Lemonade in the dressing sheds.
But he's looking very sprightly here today.
Like
He scored
Seymour.
some runs, and now he's throwing him down at a rate of knots here.
He's quick, isn't he? Oh, turning. Just loading the arm up and holding onto it. Here he comes and big swing.
Nice
Again.
slow ball there.
The variation confusing. I wouldn't say the tail end of this Seagulls side, but it's getting very close.
They're a good looking outfit, City. They've got some runs in them, and now we're seeing some brilliant fielding with some brilliant bowling as well.
Off the back foot, finding space. McTaggart comes around, and again McTaggart. He's been exceptional in the field and exceptional with the ball in hand.
Yeah, well, he'll sleep well tonight.
He's on school holidays, so
I'm sure a young man like that's probably got a day in the nets tomorrow with the old man.
nice ball there, good line. They have to start throwing the bat at this. It's 25 and over.
Yep, there's
They require 6 for 90.
13 and over was going to be tough. 25 is starting to really look. And this is just showing where the two teams are on the ladder at the moment. The depth in the side here isn't going to get them through. The City side have got a real good outfit together, and they're really showing why they are up in third and possibly second after tonight.
Oh, a little fly in my throat there. As you can see the bench there in your screen. Lovely work by the Bar TV Sports producers. Of course, if you do want to get in the game with Bar TV Sports, like us on Facebook, YouTube, subscribe to the website, bartvsports.com.au, and that's a nice shot. But again,
At mid-wicket.
they haven't had many boundaries, have they?
No, and they just seem to, every time they do get a good hit on it, they pick out a fielder. So, but that's in the right direction there. We need a little bit more of that now from Pugh.
And so Sullivan with the ball. He had a good first up spell, really set the platform for this City side.
They really have bowled as a really good unit here and bowled good areas. They haven't given the Stockton batsmen much at all, and they've been backed up very well in the field by all their fielders. Jonty and the likes have done a real good job of helping them out.
Score 6 for 91. Throws the bat at it. Searching for wickets now. They need 125 to win. The run rate as each dot ball goes by inflates.
Another good Yorker.
Doing a great Yorker there.
They skittle on through for a single, but singles just ain't going to do it. They really need to just throw anything in their repertoire now just to get the ball to the boundary. Maybe a ramp, maybe moving their feet around the crease. I don't know, come forward. Try something to just throw this bowler off his line. He just hones in on that crease, that middle and leg, and he's really jamming it in there, and these batsmen are finding it hard to get him away. He's doing a great job here for his team.
Yeah, it's good cricket. Nice work all round by this Newcastle City side, and it's certainly a message early on in the Summer Bash, Volume 4. The sound of summer here at number 1. got an edge on that. They're going to go for it.
Oh, the young. Just didn't quite pick that cleanly. Come through and on a second bounce there. Might have tickled and... Oh, no, he's called a bye. Thought it might have got a little inside edge.
So that's over. Van Kemenade getting the ball again. He bowled a good line, Van Kemenade. He's a good tight bowler, but he didn't look like he was going to cut through these defences in his first over here, Greg.
No, but at this stage of the game, he's doing the job for his team and he's keeping these boundaries away, which is what the Stockton boys need. Oh,
Ball spills over the top. Opportunistic. Could be out, but nope. It's not. So 6 for 96 the score is.
There's no one at fine leg here. He needs to have a look around, see where his fielders are at. Where is his opportunities?
Well, they need 31 and over now. And it's nigh impossible.
Have a look down here, mate. There's no one at fine leg. Maybe you get inside it.
French cut it.
I don't know. I know I wouldn't do the paddle, but maybe.
Well, they've got to get the paddle out. Moody.
His strike zone's not in front of the wicket, so maybe a little paddle. Or just walk across on the offside and just play it off his legs. I'm not sure. He's got to try something.
Close your eyes and hit it.
There we go. Oof, Johns.
Oh, Jonty Major with that electric arm.
Yeah, I got a little bit of wrong information there on Johnny Major.
They call him Captain Thunder.
He is a fielding specialist, not a bowling specialist.
No, he's got a bad shoulder.
Must be his left one. There it is.
Oh, he goes for it.
Oh, he's...
Oh,
Oh, yes.
knocked out of the way.
Just
Send
run
it
a
off.
straight line there, Pewey.
Yeah, Pew,
Yeah.
he's a trickster, that Pew. The,
No,
mayor,
no.
the mayor of Stockton, they call him.
Do they?
Self-proclaimed.
In the Brickies Association?
Yeah, he's a Mason. Here he is. Oh, it's in the air, but it's going to find this vast open space of number one sports ground. He's been a stalwart of the club for a number of years, as Tom Pugh, and he's digging in for his side.
He needs to just try and use some of his pace here from Van Kemenade.
I'd pitch it up a bit shorter against these guys, get him to play a few more shots. Oh, that one, he's tried the Yorker, doesn't come off.
Another over gone, another good over from the City side. 3 or 4 from it. They need 30 or 40 from it. The Stockton team. So we're a big gap between where the teams are at.
6 for 97, 119 required, 39 runs and over. I wouldn't say that's a big gap. That's actually a canyon, mate.
Well, as the captain down there is probably trying to be positive.
Well, here he is
As
now.
do I.
Ollie Robson. 3 overs remaining. Number one sports ground, Summer Bash. This isn't the Summer Bash. This is the Summer Truly Beaten for Stockton here.
And there's no let up. They've brought back their key all-rounder in Robson to finish off.
He lumbers in. Down the field.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
that's the
come
shot
forward.
of the day for Stockton. The Seagulls are soaring.
Jonty's picked up and done the little overthrow throw just to remind the skipper that he's there if you need me.
I'd like to see him close it out. He's played such an integral part in this soon-to-be win as they require 40 runs and over now.
I think he was next in the bat too.
Here's Ollie Robson. That one right
Oh.
up in the block hole.
French.
Nicely played, French cut.
Well, it's consecutive runs off consecutive balls, which hasn't happened for a few overs. So the Stockton boys are looking to lift the run rate. A bit late.
They make 100. They reach 100.
Little clap from the parents in the cars over the far side.
A couple of horns beeping. Oh, in the air. Lovely shot. Well played. All the way to the boundary. Oh, cut off again. This City side is relentless in the field.
Yeah, that was another good piece of fielding from this good outfit. There we go. Is that gone?
That's in the air towards the boundary. Look at that. Where was that 10 overs ago?
Just a foot inside, but they'll take it. This has been their most constructive over of the last 10. Hopefully they can finish with a flurry and try and gain some confidence moving to their next round. There we go again.
Santos. This is better stuff by the Seagulls. I tell you what, you can do what you want to a seagull, but it'll never go away. You can kick them. You can
They'll always want that.
give them that extra hot chip. But they'll always come back and always get in your face, and that's what they're doing right now, the Seagulls.
They just won't go away.
Oh, he swung at that one too. This time it's along the ground. McTaggart.
Another good
You're
pick
not
up
gonna
and throw.
Chance it on him, eh? He certainly whips it in. He might have done a hamstring there on the throw.
Pulled up a little bit sore. He'll jog that out. End of the over.
I don't know if you have hamstrings when you're 15 years old.
Yeah.
You just run them out.
6 for 1-1-1.
Van Kemenade. Oh, this is the...
It could be a wicked ball coming up.
This is the unlucky score for our viewers out there unfamiliar with cricket.
Yes, 87 was always a number that Richie Beno always thought something special happened on.
6 for 1-1-1. A required run weight 52.
We'd like to welcome Donald Duck to the...
Been a long day, Greg.
It's been a long day.
Oh, he swung at that and taken nicely by Whitehead. I like to see Whitehead up at the stumps.
Yeah, well, he's got it in him, but I think Van Kemenade is probably a little bit too quick, and he likes to pitch that one in short, which would take that away from him. But it's been impressive behind the stumps by the young man. He's the leader of this fielding outfit, and he's doing really well to keep them all intact.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. He picks the gap. Moody does well. They're going for 2. It will be nowhere near close. That is a good throw into the keeper from the boundary.
Yeah, no, he's just picked that slow ball and put it over cover and come back for 2. I love the numbers on the back of the shirts these days.
Oh, it makes it easy for the team at Bar TV Sports to identify who's who, although we do get it wrong sometimes. Oh, stepping down the ground.
Baseball swat for 1. Long on. He's back in. Going through the motions here, just wrapping up this match. But it has been a wonderful display of 2020 cricket by the home side.
Been dominant by Newcastle City.
When you think it was in the first 2 overs, they were 2 down. You know, Stockton had a chance there to really try and push forward and get a low score, but the big innings there by Robson and Hunter finished off by Kemenade. I'm going to get that right. Van Kemenade. Was a beautiful innings. Now they're finishing off with the ball.
He's finishing it off here with the ball as well. They're probably going to go the distance here, the Seagulls, but there's Pugh.
If 39 and over was the Canyon, what are we looking at? 63.
This is deep space, mate. Black hole stuff. This is one galaxy to another, and I'm sure they can't get in the rocket ship and find a space bridge to get across there.
I guess they'll just move on to the next match. Have a look at the draw.
You're only as
If
good
there
as
is another one, is there another one?
There's
for
another
them?
one. There certainly is.
I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on this City team because I think they. I mean, I've only seen a few matches this year, but I do think they're the team to beat.
Well, last over, Greg, and the run rate is 102. They can't do it. They may as well walk off the field. It's an impossible task.
Well, I think looking at the positive here, Gareth, if they can finish with no more wickets down and get a few runs here, their run rate might be enough to sneak them off the bottom of the ladder.
Well, the only way they can get away with anything positive out of this if they have another negative match, because 2 negatives equal a positive, Greg.
Well, if they've already gone 11, I'm gathering they might have had that already. So that is a positive in itself.
He swings at it and misses.
What are we after here? Let's get something to finish this match, City.
Wicket maiden.
Wicket maiden.
I'm after a wicket maiden.
A double wicket maiden.
Hat trick.
Hat trick. A double hat trick. Saw one of them over the road.
He's not even
One.
going back to his run up now. In the air, that's going to hit the fence. Oh, lovely
Oh, he's got
stuff.
it.
Great work.
Crowd's gone
Moody,
crazy.
the crowd's going absolutely wild. There's 122 required run rate, 98 to get. This match is going down to the wire, Greg.
He's going to have to hit a lot further than that. He's going to have to hit one to Stockton to pick up that rate.
Here he comes again. Oh, look at that. That's another beautiful hit. They've got a run too. They're going to go for the single. Oh, playing it cautious in the last over.
Wickets in hand. 3 balls to go. 97 to win.
Oh, lovely shot. Oh, they're going to... Oh, dot ball in the last over. So valuable, these dot balls in T20.
Yes, and Hobson doing a great job. Robson, sorry. He's had a great game. He probably could be, well,
I'm going to
man
say
of the match. How are we going to pick that?
either Dylan Hunter or Ollie Robson, definitely man of the match. I'm going to give it to both of them. They can split the instant access free scissor lift ride. They can't go
We
on.
could give them one each.
They can't go on 2 at a time, though. No, great work by Paul Nixon supporting a local cricket. And there it is up there, the instant access scissor lift on your screens at home. I don't know who the vagrant is we've got on the camera up there. The homeless person.
Oh,
Why? Just to make it interesting. 6 for 120, 95 to go.
just
Last
when they
ball.
thought it was over.
One more to go here at number 1 Sports Ground.
The crowd are calling for it.
Oh, the
John
lights.
T.
John T. Major needs a catch.
Give it to John T. Oh,
It turns around, swivels. This could be a boundary.
wow.
Oh,
no,
that's great.
that just sums up the match.
Sums up the match. Dylan Hunter and Ollie Robson share the instant access civil lift ride with our vagrant cameraman up there. I'll be looking forward to that. Thanks very much, Greg Burgess. It's a wrap here for Bar TV Sports. We'll catch you tomorrow, same time, live on the Kings of Live Stream, Bar TV Sports.